So can you tell us a bit more about your work in natural burial grounds and how that started?
Yeah, well, I set up the South Downs Natural Burial Ground, as I said, back in 2000, and did
What
that
what
for
what
7.
what triggered that?
Well, yeah, as I said, my dad going on about being buried in the garden,
Yeah.
and I'd been teaching dance previously,
Mhm.
so I was in a completely different field,
Very different.
and was looking to do something more purposeful, I suppose.
So did you buy the land or did you take it from a
No, no,
small?
no. Well, that's an interesting story
I
attached
knew
to
there's an
it.
interesting story in there.
I I was poised to do a deal with a golf course who had some redundant land that they weren't using, and they thought that actually the members might quite like it, rather than being scattered on the 18th hole or whatever they usually do, or in the rough or whatever. And I was moving through the process, negotiating with solicitors about a lease arrangement, and the guy who I was going to employ as my gravedigger knocked on my door one evening, and he said, "Rosie, some place out at East Meon's, just in the paper, I've just seen they've just got planning permission for a natural burial ground." And this was like 4 miles away from the land that I've been working so hard to get organised.
Okay.
So I was devastated, and I gave them. They were an environmental educational charity
Mhm.
called the Earthworks Trust, and I gave them a ring the next day, and I said, "Oh, you might be interested to know I was about to start getting planning permission for one. Congratulations on getting." And they said, "Hang on, the council have basically given us this as some sort of offsetting project. We've nobody to run it, and we don't know what to do. So
Ah.
come and meet the trustees." So it just sort of serendipity played a hand there, I suppose.
And then how did you learn how to manage that? You've gone from being a dance teacher to managing a natural burial site. That's a big switch.
Well, as you know, Derek, I'm quite a practical girl.
I
I
can tell
can
by
build
the wall behind you.
I can build a house. I can do stuff. I can do anything, actually. I'm a great believer in electrics. I won't touch electrics, but I can do most things. And nowadays, YouTube is a wonderful thing. You can learn to do most things with YouTube.
Very true.
Um, um, the Natural Death Centre and the Association of Natural Burial Grounds, who is run by a gentleman called Mike Jarvis, were hugely supportive. So I was on the phone to him, "Mike, I've got this really weird, situation with the family. What do I do?" So that's why I knew that the NDC and the ANBG was so important, and that's why when the trustees wanted to shut it down, I just said, "No, no, 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 you can't do that. We're globally recognized. Globally, you can't.
Wow.
So yeah.
Well, congratulations to you and for being brave enough to take that opportunity. And yeah, you got a bit lucky, but having the idea and the tenacity to push forward with that anyway, you're in the right place at the right time.
I think at that stage there were 56 natural burial grounds in the UK,
Mhm.
and there's now lost count, over 300.